Welcome to the Mystic Fool. I'm Martin Worth, and this is the Mystic Fool.
Yeah, I woke up the other morning with that old familiar feeling, the pit of the stomach thing, where something's churning away down there and you don't really know what it is, and that feeling of, here we go again. Wow, haven't felt that for 2 or 3 years, maybe 4 or 5, except for after a particularly spectacularly annoying event that may have occurred in my life that was bothering me. Now this one, just happened. I thought, wow, this doesn't feel good. And my heart went out to all those people who feel this way every time they wake up in the morning. But yeah, on this particular morning, it was about me. So yeah, I got no idea where it came from. It just sort of hit me and I'm feeling like crap. So I thought, yeah, I'll do some heart-centered breathing. I'll run through my Neville Goddard visualization exercises and just do what I do, imagining a scene of my wish fulfilled, remembering when it happened. Didn't work. So, I got up and I did what I do, got dressed, got some brekkie, had a cup of coffee, looked through what I was doing had a look at the old who's been watching the podcast. Well, not who, but how many people have been watching the podcast. And, nothing inspired me, guys. So I thought, I got to step out of this state of doom and gloom. So I said to my wife, Chris, I'm going to take Atticus, that's our dog, I'm going to take Atticus to the dog park. And I did. I just drove up the road and took Atticus to the dog park. And yeah, stepping into the state of loving puppy dad took my mind off whatever it was that was bothering me and put me into loving puppy dog state, I should say. And yeah, and there we were. He's running around sniffing dog bottoms and chasing the pack, and I'm in the sunshine and started feeling a little bit better. Then the phone rang and the tech guy from my internet hosting place rang up with a solution to my problem in sending emails to Gmail. Had a chat with him about some alternate hosting for my websites, which he helped me with, and it worked out being super great because I'm paying $83 a year, which is not much, to those guys for email hosting only. And if I swap it to email hosting and to web hosting, it's going to cost me $140 something a year, and the $88 a year or whatever it is, $83 a year counts towards it. So yeah, $60 on top of my normal fee. And currently my current web hosting provider has just doubled their fees from 100 and something to 200 and something. So I'm giving them the flick. Yay, starting to feel good. Client rang up. Well, a new client for the healing rang up with some issues, made a booking. Had a chat to my mate my best mate, who I normally go for a walk with each week. He's in Melbourne for a few weeks. Had a chat with him. Another person rang up with some issues, needing to book in for a healing session. Made another booking. Talked to another person who rang up distressed and made another booking. You can tell I'm starting to feel better. Got back to the office and sat down and registered 2 domain names for The Mystic Fool. That's themysticfool.com.au and themysticfool.au. Created a 1-page website, which you can get to if you go to themysticfool.com.au. Then redrafted my client journey, trying to work out, my marketing manager says I've got to work out who my ideal client is. And I'll tell you what, guys, it's anyone that wants to know about spirituality. try and hone that down. Redrafted my business aims, commenced work on the Elemental Magic course, which I'm putting together, which is going to be awesome. A real introduction to the 5 elements, introduction how to interact with the 5 elements, talking about magic and kind of the sort of magic we're talking about with magic and flow, but bringing a little bit more ceremony into it, and ceremony in the correct fashion. So yeah, keep your eye out for the course in Elemental Magic. And then, went to a men's group that night that for men's well-being, an organisation that I work with a lot, who support men, and doing a program with them where I'm a participant. It's called Common Ground. And so my day started like shit at about 7 a.m. and by 10 p.m. I was feeling good. Yeah. So what's in it for you? Well, a couple of things. One is, it doesn't matter how far down the spiritual path you're going, you're going to have a crap day once in a while. Or maybe twice in a while. That's one point. Another point is, guys, don't let it get you down. Get up, make your bed, do whatever you do, have a shower if you do, have your breakfast if that's what you do, get dressed, and get your day started. And, I spoke a little bit about state shifting in the Magic and Flow podcast. State shift. If you don't know what state shifting is, here's a little explanation, but you should really listen to the Magic and Flow podcast. State shifting is purposely moving out of one state, and that state for me was feeling like crap Martin state, and moving into loving puppy dad state. So when you're feeling like crap, what are you giving energy to? I could have spent my whole day going, it's going to be a shit day today, But no. And it was easy, guys. It was easy. Easy. I went and decided to be loving puppy dad. Yeah. And loving puppy dad, I gave energy to that state. I state shifted into that. And the state of feeling like crap Martin state didn't have a choice but to move out of the way and let loving puppy dad Martin come through to the fore. And the Hawaiians had they had like about 12 spiritual laws, but one of them was called the law of inspired action. And it goes like this. When you don't know what to do, and you've got this big list of crap to do, or the stuff that's coming up that you don't want to do, and you're feeling perhaps bad about it, or can't get started, the law of inspired action says, do whatever it is that you feel inspired to do. You know, a lot of people say, tackle the hardest choice first. Or, you know, just make a plan. Make a plan. That's going to work, eh? When did you last make a plan and it actually worked? The law of inspired action says, do the thing that inspires you. And for me, that was taking Atticus to the dog park. Seriously. I was going to take him into the forest for a walk around the forest, but because I was still feeling a bit crap, I couldn't be buggered, so I went to the dog park instead. It was easier for me. Hey, inspired action. Let's go to the dog park. And when you do inspired action, whatever it is, in your list of to-dos or possible things to do, when you state shift into that persona, the energy starts to flow and you start to feel better and you start to gain energy as you gain momentum. And then those little things on your list, like the things that I mentioned to you, fixing up the bloody Gmail thing, having to sort out some other crap with the hosting of my website, registering domains, putting a website together, redrafting my client journey, and my business aims. You know, there's work in this. There's work in this for me sometimes, and none of those things felt like work because the energy that I had created from loving puppy dad carried me through the day. Awesome. Hey. And by the way, I call out here because I owe some of this stuff that I'm talking about, particularly loving puppy dad, to a guy called Mr. 2020, who I've mentioned him before. And this guy has some really good stuff. And while I don't want you to stop listening to my podcast by any means whatsoever, look up Mr. 2020. He did a lot of study on the Neville Goddard manifesting techniques, some of which is coming through here. And I just got to give a shout out to that guy because he's got some awesome stuff. Cool. So guys, thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed today, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel, whether this is YouTube or Spotify or Podbean or something else. Guys, help the metrics and the algorithms for me, please. That's something you can do. If you can make a comment about this, tell me, what did you get out of today? What landed for you? Yeah. What landed for you today? Put it in the comments. Please do that. I want to know. I love to hear from you guys. Yeah. You can flick me an email if you like at themysticfool@martinworth.com, and pretty soon you can go to themysticfool.com.au. In fact, you can go there now, but it's a very, very, very low-level work in progress website. But you can go to themysticfool.com.au and you can click the Contact the Mystic Fool button and you get that email address and you can send me an email. That way I know it's working. And you can tell me what it is you want to hear, what you're getting out of this podcast, and how you feel about the Mystic Fool. So yeah, thank you for listening. Love you guys. Bless you. Hope the best for you. And I'll catch you. See ya.